Well, it's that time again, Scorpio, September 2017. It's rushing past now. Look at your horoscope for this month. We talked about the very powerful impact the recent total solar eclipse has had on this 10th house of your horoscope. That is the career sector. And lots more negotiations going on here as we see Moon moving into this conjunction with Pluto in the third house of communications, negotiations, agreements, September 2nd. And some nice aspects here from the 11th house of gains. There's going to be an upliftment now. And you've probably been waiting for this for a couple of years, me saying, well, you know, it's all coming, it's coming. The difficulties you've had in your profession, that sort of thing. Here's the Venus, Mercury retrograde and Mars with the North Node show you are in a cycle where you are trying to, you know, fulfill your destiny, because this is pretty much a position of destiny, your future karma along here with your past karma. The Moon here does travel through this fourth house with your past karma point around the fourth, bringing with it some challenges, as you can see here. Your co-ruler Mars in hard aspect, along with these other planets here, to this domestic sphere. So there could be some challenges there in meeting your professional objectives or your professional responsibilities as a result of some of the emotional responsibilities that you have with this particular combination. So it's a juggling act really throughout this first period. We see the Moon moving here into your fifth house this month, into the full moon phase, which will be right next to Neptune here. And of course this is strongly idealistic. Neptune rules your fifth house, which is love affairs and creativity. And the full moon rules your ninth house. There's a very, very nice combination here. Although it's an opposition aspect, sometimes those challenges can really push you forward to achieve what it is that you want to achieve in your work, your profession, even your social life, because these planets, you see here on the 5th, Mars sneaks straight into this 11th house of social activities. And so there's a very, very powerful connection here between the lords or the rulers of the angles, that's Mars and the Sun, and the rulers of the trines. These are the triangular houses of Cancer and Pisces. So this is called a Raja Yoga, or a powerful combination for some great success. So some big opportunities, you're going to have to work hard for that, but that's very, very good news. Moon will move into your sixth house. Some of you have probably been having some health issues this month. We see this flaring up again when the Moon moves into this conjunction with Uranus around the 9th, from what I can see here. There it is there. And fortunately, these are fortifying aspects which show that you may abruptly make some changes to your diet or your routine, which can in turn bring a flow on of good health for you. Seventh house here is Taurus for you. Take a look at that. That's also a very powerful trine aspect between your ruler and Mercury, which has gone direct. Mercury goes direct on the 5th. So it's picking up steam here. Great for negotiations. Also great for socializing here with Venus in the upper part of the horoscope. Public relations are favored by the Moon here in this 7th house. There's some square aspects there that you see that just occurred around the 10th and the 11th. So there are opportunities, but again, those challenges mean that you've got to keep your wits about you, stay on your toes, and don't accept everything that everyone's saying straight off. See, these square aspects challenge you. That one there also, around the 11th and 12th, these are very powerful Mars squares. These can challenge you, especially in the area of money. People may owe you money. You may need to stomp your foot, bang a few heads to get what it is that you want. Because this 8th house is everything to do with shared resources or money that's owed to you. Debts and banks, along with this 6th house. I'm very interested to see this transit moving up. There's an opposition there to Saturn. That can make you feel a little bit out of sorts. But fortunately, the Moon moves pretty quickly. And you can see I use this more as the key to giving those predictions on a day-to-day basis. 9th house, long journeys, very powerful learning. You could discover something under this transit around the 15th with the opposition to Pluto. And I'm just trying to see where this swings around into your 10th house and 11th house. There it is, the 16th. Very powerful, good opportunities there, especially when it makes its conjunction with the North Node, 17th and 18th. And then with Venus, which again is the public relations planet in your case. Also to do with your partner. If you're working with your spouse or your your de facto, then there's a good connection there which can bring some opportunities for you. Here's the new moon starting around the 20th, 21st, as the moon swings around here. The 11th house is powerful for socializing, making contacts, getting your network base in order, and using that to achieve what it is you want. Again, not easy because you've got the square here to Saturn. You're still going to have a little bit more of this going on till December, but you've got to put in the hard yards now, otherwise you're not going to see the results in the new year. 12th house is interesting news from afar as Moon conjuncts Jupiter here around the 22nd. Good news, maybe a gift or some offering is made. It's also indicative of generosity on your part after the 23rd, when the Sun moves here into this sector along with Jupiter. That's going to build up to something very, very nice next month. I'll tell you all about that when I see you then. Again, there's some financial aspects here which we see with Moon and Saturn. You're getting very serious about this financial thing and getting back into some order and to some budgeting, which I think is important. We started the month here with this Moon-Pluto conjunction. We finish it again just after that, showing that you can wrap up those negotiations and bring back a little bit of peace of mind as the moon moves back into your 4th house of family and self-satisfaction. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? I love just doing it on the fly. I don't like preparing too much for readings. It sort of sounds stale, but I hope you like it like this. I'm trying to mix it up and give you a visual on this to help you understand exactly what happens when these planets move around in their orbs. I'll see you next month, but in the meantime, don't forget, I always say it, come and visit me at astrology.com.au. Get a little bit more. You can get it daily, and a lot of it's free. And don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Thanks, Scorpio. Bye-bye.